Hello, my name is Todor Plachko from MCAT Bulgaria, and in a few or several lessons I will show you how to design a gear reducer. I will show you the basics of designing with Autodesk Inventor. I will use Inventor 2013. For a start, I have a drawing of this gear reducer with some of the dimensions, not all of them. When there aren't any dimensions, we'll measure them or just put in some dimension. This is what we have. A drawing of this gear reducer with some of its components. Of course, I will show not only the basic modeling in Inventor, I will show you the design accelerator. We will generate some gears, some bearings and stuff, shafts also, and of course bolted connection. Right now we will start with the main part of this gear reducer, the lower part of it, and the lower part of this lower part of the reducer. I want always, when you start to work with to design some detail, to think how will be the best way to do this. Divide the part in parts, subparts, let's say. This lower part of the reducer contains mainly three parts: the support or the lower part, the upper part, and the midsection. We'll create the lower part first. You will see how this drawing that we have is not so precise. There are many dimensions that are not correct. We will start by creating a sketch in XY plane. I will suggest that you always center your sketch or your detail. Dimensions are as you see 464 millimeters. We'll create this part, and now I will cut the remaining part. Let me see how tall it is. I will grab some dimensions. As you know, AutoCAD can grab some dimensions also. This part, as you see, it's not precise. It's not precise, maybe let's say 68 or something like this. As I said, my main goal is to show you how to use the basics of Inventor. Right now I'm getting some dimensions correct. It's 290. Okay, so I'll continue with this part. I'll use some of the new functions in Inventor 2013, which are creating a box. This box, of course, can be used not only for creating solids, but to cut with this kind of solid. 290 to 6, I think. Yes. Of course, after that I have to position it correctly. Use as many dimensions as you can use. I will use the cut function, and I will show that it will be next to the backside of this solid. Right now, as you know, in Inventor it's a parametric software, so you can always go back and edit some dimensions. This one here is I can use the collinear constraint, and I will say that this point will be on this line, and that means my rectangular will be exactly on the bottom of this solid. So right now I have the lower part. Of course, there are some fillets on it. Let me see how much are these fillets. I suggest you fillets and chamfers. You can do it always, or you can do it at the end of the design. Not always that's the best idea, but most of the time it's better to make these fillets and chamfers at the end of designing, because you don't really need them right now. I will again use the sketch function, and I will create a rectangular. This rectangular will be used as the same as the last one. I will cut through the part with this rectangular. Of course, I will position it correctly with the dimensions. If I make these exercises too fast, you can always push the pause button and create them again, and slowly. I will create a construction lines with which I will use for dimensioning my my rectangular. Of course, you can always I suggest you, when you use a construction line, always to fix it so it will not move freely. Okay, I create this cut. It's ready, and right now I'll move to the next step. The next step, it is this cylindrical solids right here. I think they are one of the few parts of this solid which are correctly dimensioned. It is 30 to 30 from the corner of this, and the height it's 30. Okay, that's the diameter is 30, and the height is 6 millimeters. We are working in millimeters, so be careful if you are installing Inventor. Most of the time it is installed in inches. So 30 millimeters, and the distance from the corner is 30 and 30. Of course, the same. I used again the sketch function, the 2D sketch. 30 millimeters. Okay, I finished the sketch, and the height I will use the extrude button. You can use the right click on your mouse and choose the extrude command. You can also select part of the sketch, and Inventor will suggest to use extrude, revolve, or a command that is let's say the most often you will use. 1 millimeter is the chamfer. I will create the chamfer also. The command in Inventor, it's in the modify panel, and that's I choose the edge and 1 millimeter. If you don't make any changes to this command, it is to the options of this command, it is 1 millimeter with 45 degrees. On the right side of this lower part, there are another. They are not on the right side, of course. On this cylinder there is a hole. I will use the command hole. The placement I will choose, it will be concentric, so I'll choose the concentric and then select to which this hole is concentric, of course to the circle on this. Then I will of course make a mirror of this last few features I made: the hole, the chamfer, and the extrusion. Okay. So this one, it's 146, and 146. It's one of the dimension, the other one is 400. As you see, I didn't include the chamfer, but I can always get back, double click on the rectangular pattern and reselect the chamfer. You can use many, as I said, this is parametric program, so you can always software, so you can always get back and reselect or change some of the options you have entered. So next one, I will create the upper part of this reducer, of the lower part of this reducer. As I said earlier, it is good before starting to create some parts to think as a different solids of this part. So right now I will create something like the upper and the lower part of this detail, and right after that I will, in the second part, in my second lesson, I will finish this part. Right now I'm watching the dimensions. I haven't prepared this previously, so right now I'm thinking which dimension I need. I need, of course, the thickness of this part, the upper part. Let me see how much it is. As you see, it's not very correctly dimensioned. Let's say how much? 15. Let's say that will be the thickness, and 205. It will be one of the dimensions, and the other, of course. Right now I will use a sketch. This sketch I will click and pull to one direction with the sketch command started, so I can create a work plane which is parallel to the first one I have selected, and of course insert the exact number. With the command project geometry, I can project any geometry from previous solids or even sketches. Of course, it is better to use some of already created geometries. That is good because you then have some kind of adaptivity. So it's 490, and this one is 28. Okay, maybe some of the dimensions I will change it later. We'll see that. 28, and this one was 490. 492. Yes, that's I think. Okay, then I will make some constraints. I will another one is 225. Okay, let me check this dimension. 40. Oh, that's a exact dimension. That's a surprise. 40 also. Okay. I will not make the holes right now, because after that, in the last lesson, I think I will show you how to create a bolted connection. So the bolted connection will not only create the bolts, the nuts, and the other stuff. It will also create the holes in every part which the bolted connection pass through. Okay, right now I will select a part of this sketch. I will choose then the extrude command, and after that I will enter 15 for thickness, and that's some kind of the upper part of my reducer. Okay, I will uncheck the visibility of this. I will uncheck the visibility of this work plane. This work plane was created automatically when I created the sketch. Okay, the next one I will join another part of this upper part of the reducer. It starts 50 millimeters. Okay, let me see the other dimensions. The thing I am doing, I'm sure that DWG is correct exactly with the dimensions that are real, I can copy and paste all the geometry. That's I think the best solution you can use. Of course, as you know, Autodesk Inventor can use data from DWG files. But as you see, many of the dimensions here are not correct, so they are so I cannot use them. That's why I measured most of the dimensions. 38.5 and these degrees were 180 minus 108, so it means 72, I think. Okay, 72. Okay, I will continue this dimension. If there is a projected geometry, you cannot change it in the sketch that you are working right now. I suggest you when you're working with the 2D sketch to use it a little bit different visual point, not the normal not the normal view, because it's easier to navigate through your part. Well, I will measure another dimension. Yes, many times, most of the time I use it for getting dimension, but that's how I'm sure that I will make the correct dimensions all over. Diameter, okay, of this 126. Okay, if you have a correct and precise DWG, use it. Don't do it like I am doing it right now, measuring all the geometries I have in the DWG. Copy and paste, that's the way, or insert with the AutoCAD command, which is in the upper right of the ribbon menu. Okay, 126. Right now I'm creating little by little this extrusion. I will then this sketch that after when I finish I will extrude it. Okay, I use the command extend, which many of you knows it from AutoCAD. It extends the geometry to another geometry, no matter if it is an arc or a line. And to the end there is a straight line. I will use some kind of tricks in AutoCAD. When you pass through a point, there will be then you can AutoCAD suggests you a virtual point. You can use it after that. Okay, I measure this one. Let me see what is the angle of this. 101. Interesting angle. Very, I think, hard to construct, but I will use the same. Okay, as you know from AutoCAD, from Inventor, maybe previous 2 versions, and I'm not very sure, there is a way you can insert the inputs of the geometry right after right after you create before you create the geometries. That's happened for almost every geometry you can create in Inventor. Okay, if you want, you can trim the geometry you don't need. Inventor recognize the closed regions, of course, most of the time, but for your for easier you to understand, you can always trim the unnecessary geometries. Okay, I think that's the sketch I will use for an extrusion. Okay, right click and finish sketch. The command is extrude. I will use this close sketch. I will use when there is no distance but extends, and I will show that I want to create this extrusion to the right side of this upper part. Okay, so that's the beginning of my parts. Right now I will start to create the middle part of my detail. Let me see again the DWG. If you don't know how to rotate your view, because you're not rotating the detail, you're rotating always your view, remember that. You can press the F4 button and use the mouse after that, the left click, and rotate your view. Again, I say you don't rotate your detail, you always rotate your view. Okay, I will continue with my middle part. I don't think I will make it in this lesson. I will make it in the second one. Of course, I will create another sketch. I don't have all the dimensions of this sketch, but somehow I will get them from the DWG. Okay, and this part here. This bolt or the hole is at the bottom of this detail. Okay, as I told you, I haven't prepared it earlier, so right now I'm trying to so I'm trying to understand the 2D drawing. That's why it's better to have a 3D model than a 2D drawing, because it's easier to understand the 3D model. Okay, let me now get some dimensions. This is 45 degrees. Okay, how long it is? Let me check. Okay, this one 26, let's say. Okay, let's make this one, of course. See when it starts. I need this distance here from the beginning of my part. As I said, you can always pause and do it by yourself. Okay, what is the distance here? 53. Okay, so I will create a sketch that is parallel to this side of the detail, 53 millimeters. Watch out for the it is a plus or minus, because let's say Inventor many times decided by his opinion where is minus, where is plus, when you create such things. Okay, I created again with the sketch command. I projected some geometries. I don't need that. I can choose it and then create it, then delete it. All the projected geometries are in the sketch on the left in the browser. Okay, so right now I'll create this geometry. I have previously get dimensions from it. Okay, this was 26, the degrees were 45. 45, okay. There is a line which is vertical, maybe around 75 millimeters. I'm not very sure. Let me get dimensions. I will check. Okay, this is 11. Okay, this is 75, I think. Now let me first position the aligned line exactly at the end of exactly at the place that it should be. Alright, like okay, or like this. As I said, I will create the other part of this detail in the second lesson. It will come the next week, so you can subscribe and wait for it. Let me see what is the height of this. 72 millimeters. I will use it in my sketch. All the dimensions, as you see, some are not very precise, so that's why I have to create them. That's it for the first lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. There are many things still to do, many interesting designing ideas we will put in this reducer, and you will see how to work with Inventor. I'm open for suggestions, and if you want, write an email to me.